Former teen mom living on the couple's boat, ex-boyfriend David Eason of Jenelle Evans, looked irate when he received a summons for a domestic violence protective order. David, 35, was served on Tuesday by local sheriff's deputies on two distinct North Carolina cases brought against him by his estranged wife, Jenelle, 32, according to pictures and videos that were exclusively obtained by the U.S. Sun. In the video, David was talking to the two armed deputies while they were standing on the dock next to the boat he has been living on for the last 2 months, waving his arms and shrugging his shoulders. David was served with Jenelle's complaint for separation, as well as a complaint for a domestic violence protective order, a person with knowledge of the cases said. According to the source, Jenelle had requested an emergency protection order in the past, but it had been denied. As a result, she is now requesting a hearing to obtain a civil no-contact order. According to the source, Jenelle's first emergency request was turned down in part because Jace already has an order of protection against David. Therefore, a second one would not be deemed urgent. According to the source, one of the reasons Jenelle filed for this domestic violence restraining order was because her ex-husband, David, is accused of committing a felony, attacked Jenelle's 14-year-old son Jace in September, and has not followed a no-contact order. Jenelle also charges David of acting in an intimidating manner. The basis of it is David's unwillingness to comply with certain provisions of not only that criminal no-contact order for Jace, but his harassing behavior. It's called a domestic violence protective order by statute, but it's essentially a no-contact order, and the basis of hers is due to harassing behavior, said the insider. Both sides will have the chance to offer arguments and supporting documentation during the hearing. After that, a court will decide whether or not there are good reasons to issue the order. One of the decisive elements is whether Jenelle believes that she or any of the children who live with her are principally afraid of either A, a significant danger of physical harm, or B, ongoing harassment, as claimed in the complaint, they stated. Around 12:30 p.m. on Tuesday, the two sheriff's deputies who were serving David at his boat seemed to go over the papers with him and go through their own copies before explaining what they were serving him. David went to TikTok right away after the incident to share his thoughts on what had happened. David informed TikTok fans that Jenelle had attempted to seek for a restraining order. She objects to me discussing her private matters. He remarked cynically, "Well, guess what? You made that decision for yourself." In addition, he pledged to challenge her motion in court. "I'm bringing all the information, honey, when we get to the courthouse," he continued. "I'm bringing all the receipts, and you ain't getting no refund." According to a source who previously spoke with the U.S. Sun, David was only meant to be residing on the boat for a few weeks while he and Jenelle worked out the future of her oldest son Jace, following CPS's dismissal of their case. Jenelle reclaimed custody of Jace in the middle of February, after the teenager was taken by CPS due to his claims that David had strangled him. After an altercation in September 2023, David was charged with felony violence by strangulation, and a stay-away order was placed against him for Jace. Because of this, even after Jenelle was granted custody back from CPS, he and Jace were unable to live together. After the Child Welfare Department dropped its charges against the couple, Jenelle had to arrange David's housing while the situation was resolved. That ultimately didn't happen, the insider claims, because Jenelle became envious when David uploaded videos of himself drinking at a bar with a woman, possibly the bartender, in the background. Jenelle included everything in her divorce case, including David's current felony accusation for choking her son and his admitted 2019 murder of their favorite dog Nugget. After a CPS investigation into both instances, she briefly lost custody of some or all of her children. She also asked for full custody of their 7-year-old daughter Ensley in her plea. Before David sees Ensley, Jenelle wants the courts to assess David's mental health. According to Jenelle's complaint, It is in the best interest of the minor child that the defendant's visitation and / or custodial time be contingent upon a mental health assessment to ensure his fitness and ability to care for the minor child, as that plaintiff be granted primary physical custody of the minor child. Jenelle filed a complaint against David on Tuesday, claiming that his history of erratic behavior and substance abuse made it difficult for him to manage Ensley.